Hello, am I audible to everyone? Can everyone hear me? The class will start in 1 minute. Can everyone please like the stream till then? Can everyone please drop a like? All right. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our class. Is the audio proper now, guys? Can you all hear me clearly? Yes. All right. So, I'll quickly show you the materials that we will be using for today's class. We will need thick A4 size sheets, then our acrylic paints, all right, then dotting tools, these are circular ones, then flat dotting tools, these are flat ones, all right, Then you will need your acrylics, your rounder, a pencil, then some water for washing the tools, and a rough cloth. All right, rough cloth to wipe down the wet tools. All right, so let's quickly start our class. Is everyone excited? Can please type in the chat box, is everyone excited? All right, so, and also one more question, is everyone drawing with me right now? Do all of you have materials ready? How many sheets? Two sheets will be sufficient. Sir, we could not use poster color. No, poster color will not be good for dot mandalas. All right, acrylic colors are the best. So today in this class, we are going to learn some basic and little detailed patterns that we can use in dot mandalas. All right. So for that, a minimum of 3 colors are required. The more the better, but only 3 will also do the job. All right. So first we will practice some basic patterns, which will be the trail of dots, then elongated teardrop pattern. All right. So if you are using the exact same tool as I have, then take the green one, and from the bigger side we will start. You can take any color that you want. I will take red for now. Mandala tools are different होते हैं, please guide. Yes, mandala dot art tools are different. They look like this. They have circular ends on both the side. Good evening everyone. So first of all, what we do is we dip the tool in our paint. And how much shall we dip? So the entire circle, all right, the entire circular end of the tool should go in, sorry, the class will be in English. Yes, so you have to dip, can't hear, 1 second. Can everyone hear now? Or is it not audible? 1 second, I'll check. Please turn up the volume on your phones, because as I can check, the volume is fine. Turn up the volume on your phones. All right. So first we have to dip this tool entirely in color. All right, like this. So you can see the red portion on the tool. That is how much you have to dip in paint. All right. Now next, we will place it on the paper nicely and then drag it down to get a pattern in a straight line. All right. So like that we have a teardrop shaped pattern. Now while practicing this, if you are not comfortable, if you are new to this, then you can take a small scale and pencil, all right, and draw a few short lines like this. All right, draw 4 short lines and then drag the tool over this line. All right, place it on the top and drag it until the color finishes. Okay, you have to stop only when the color has finished and the tail of this design is very sharp, है ना? The tail should be very sharp. So that will be the point where you stop. Now practice the same thing but from down to up motion. Now you see the size or the length of this design will depend upon the size of tool you are using. Okay, so you can see this much is the length of our design right now using green colored tool. Now you see, for every pattern that you do, for each and every pattern, you have to dip the tool in color. All right, I dip it once, I've drawn this one. All right, then again for the next one I will have to dip the tool again. All right, I want all of you to draw with me. All right, so draw this pattern for 4 or 5 times, then we will move on to next. If anyone has joined the voice chat in the WhatsApp group, then please leave it. I don't know who started it. Please leave the voice chat in the WhatsApp group. All right. Now, has everyone finished drawing 4 of these, 4 or 5 of these? Please type done in the chat when you have finished. Done. Okay. All right. Now we will draw the same thing in curved way. All right, in curved method. Again, you dip your tool in the paint. Now check the motion that I do while drawing this pattern. My palm will be fixed on the table or on the surface. All right, and the entire movement will be going from this point only. Okay, you will not be moving your entire hand. Just from this joint you will move your palm only. All right, that way the stroke will be very smooth and uniform. So dip it in paint, touch it nicely on the paper and draw a curve like this, and you have to drag it until the paint finishes. All right, don't stop in between. And also, if it has gone wrong, then do not try to paint over it again. All right, see, I'll show you what happens when you paint over it again. You can see the shape is not uniform, है ना? The transition from the circle to the point is not uniform, है ना? It is of same size from in this portion. So do not paint twice on one single pattern. The transition should be very smooth and linear. All right. We will draw more of these. Draw from the other direction also. Draw from the bottom. Draw 2 to each from all directions, and then we will move on to next. Those who are joined now, please drop a like on the video. Please drop a like. You will be type done again when finished. Done. Okay. I'll wait 1 minute for rest of you, then we will start with next layers. My petals are very small. Okay, so take a bigger size of the tool, then they will be big enough. All right. The size of petals depend upon the tool you are using. All right. Size of tool. I'm not getting pointed like you. Okay, if you are not getting the points at the end, that means that your color is too thick. All right. So you will have to add water or diluent to it. So you can add this medium. You can see Camel medium 1. It is used for thinning down paints. All right. If your paint is too thick, you can add a few drops of this, or you can add water also for now. So make it a little bit thin, and then your points will be sharp like this. It does not dry fast. No. These are acrylic paints. It will take a lot of time to dry. All right, maybe a few hours. All right, now we will go to dotted patterns. All right. For dots, what we do is, again we dip our tool in the paint. Okay. Then we will continue placing dots next to each other until the paint on our tool finishes. All right. I'll give you a close-up of this. So you have to keep placing dots next to each other until your paint is entirely finished on the tool. All right. I'll show once again. And your dots should be very close to each other. All right. They should not be very far. And also you have to be careful that any two any two adjacent dots are not touching each other. Okay. There should be very little space in between them. Draw this a few times. Once again from the bottom. Again for this you can use a straight line. All right, if you are not comfortable drawing freehand, then just simply draw a straight line and then place the dots over it. Now this is on paper, right? The same methods will be for MDF boards also, but you have to make sure that when you place dots in the next line, you don't want to touch the previous ones. It takes a lot of time to dry. If you touch it by mistake, it will spread over and your entire painting will be ruined. So you have to be very careful while placing the dots in next line. Now we will practice placing the same dots but in a curved line. All right. Again, your palm should not move. Your entire hand should not move. Only your palm will move. All right. You can practice smaller curves or bigger curves also. I'll give you a close up. Is it easy to follow, guys? Is everyone able to follow it well? Are the instructions clear and easy? I need more energy from you guys. There are 86 people right now, and I can see only one yes. Can you please repeat the sky blue one? Yes, sure. I'll repeat it once again, no problem. Dip the tool nicely and then place it on the paper and then just pull it in a curved way or in a straight line, however you want, until the paint finishes. Okay. Now, if you are not getting sharp points like this, it means that your color is too thick. All right. So thin it down and then try again. Okay, so now we will start making our patterns. Now using just these four styles, the curved dots, the straight dots, the curved teardrop or the straight teardrop, we can create infinite number of patterns. All right, we are going to combine these and create patterns. So before we do that, I'll show you what these flat tools are for. Hai na? Now you see these tools are circular at the end, correct? So these are for placing these patterns, or whenever you want to drag the paint or whenever you want to place dots, then we use this tool. But now there are some central bigger dots, right? In the design there is a central bigger dot and then there are designs around it. So we use flat tools like these for those bigger dots. Okay, and you cannot do these elongated patterns with these, just a simple plain dot. Okay, so I'll place one dot. So if you are using these tools, then take the blue colored one. Now we need to dip only a few millimeters of the tool in paint. All right, only a few millimeters, because at the end we only want this flat part to be dipped in paint, right? So we will dip it, and now while placing the dot, your hand should be exactly vertical on the page, 90 degrees from the page. It cannot be slant or in any direction. It has to be very straight. Place it on the paper, एकदम flat, touch it on the paper and then pull it up again in straight motion. Okay, so that way you have a very nice and very circular dot. I'll place one more. Okay, now if you want, you can add more color to these dots to make it 3D and round. So just dip it in paints again, but this time we will not touch the paper. The tool will be in air and we will just simply add more paint on top of it. Okay, to get a nice and 3D dot. Can we use dark color, please? Okay, yeah, sure, I'll use dark color, no problem. Now what we are creating is called a dome pattern. Okay, we are creating a dome. If you don't have the flat tools now, then just simply take this tool and draw a circle and paint it. It is not the method at all, but just a little trick that you can do for now. Okay, has everyone finished placing the dot? Please type done and then we will move further. Done, yes, okay. All right. Now we are going to place the dots in a circular line around the central dot. Okay, this bigger dot here will be our center. I will take a dark color now. Let's go with green. So can we get all the tools in one pack? Yes, after the class ends, I will share a link of the tools in the description of this video. All right, so you can get the exact same tools that I am using. And yes, there are packs where you can get all the tools in one. All right, now we will take the blue colored tool, bigger size. All right, light blue colored tool, bigger end. Now you see, when we start with a dome, we place a dot. Can we use top of pencil part to create big circle? Yes, you can use that also for now. So when we do a dome, the first dot, you can use any colors you like. The first dot will be a little bit above, okay, and not just near the circle. थोड़ा सा ऊपर होगा ये, ठीक है, like this. And then we'll dip the tool again in paint. The first dot will be again on top of the previous one, and then we will start trail of dots around the yellow circle. Okay, now I'll show you one second in a bigger scale, on a bigger scale. Now you see, this is our central dot. Okay, the first dot will be placed here. Okay, you will have to keep this much of gap in between, and then the next circle will start from here. Okay, and then we will keep placing, then again it will start from here and we will keep placing more. All right, so the central dot, the first one, will be a little bit above, and then the smaller ones will start to give it a shape of dome. Okay, can we have wooden tools? How to find size you use? Don't worry about the sizes. Just make sure you are getting the patterns right. All right, use a smaller size for the first layer. All right, so that when we do the next layers, the size will get bigger. Okay, okay, now for the other side, we are going to dip the tool again in paint. Then once again, the first dot will be on this one. All right, we will repeat it on the previous dot. All right, place the dot again on the top and then continue placing more around the central circle. I will give you a close up. Now I will change color for the second layer. And I will use the same tool size. I'll take a dark blue. As usual, the first dot will be a little bit above. Then we dip it in paint again. Again we will place on the first dot and then we will start with the trail. Okay. Again dip in paint. Again first dot on the topmost one and then start with the trail. Crown shape, yes, correct. Can everyone hear me well? Please type yes or no quickly. Yes, okay. All right, thank you. So this is a dome pattern, okay? We have a circle, a big circle in the center. Then we have minimum of 2 layers of colors around it, okay? And there should be a very nice straight line pattern here, okay? And then curve. You can see very straight line pattern and then curve. So that is how we do a dome pattern, okay? Here is a close up. Now you can continue this pattern again using these elongated curved shapes. Okay, for that we will take a little bigger tool. Okay, so in this set the bigger side of green is the biggest, so we will take that. I change the color to dark pink. So this is not a particular color theme, I'm just using random colors. When we do a mandala, we use very few colors, or generally we do monochrome mandalas. So we dip it in paint and start not from the center line. Now you see this is the center line, correct? So we will not start exactly on the line but a little bit behind it. Place the tool and then drag it until the color finishes. Now again, the length of the tool, the length of the design will depend upon the size of tool and thickness of color. Okay. Mine is not coming in a straight line. Can we draw lines and then do the mandala on it? Yes, as I mentioned previously, you can draw lines like these using pencil and then you can trace over it. So if you want, you can make this pattern bigger by adding more curved shapes like these around the central dots. All right. Now to make it more wide, we will add more of these shapes around it. Okay, I'll just show in 1 second. Now if you want to place more of these curved shapes, dip your tool in the paint and start with the level a little bit lower than the first one. Okay, reduce the level of it a little bit and continue adding more of these. So that way you can change colors and reduce the heights. All right, now you see the first one height is here, the second one's height is here. So you will keep reducing heights for the next more patterns, and that way you have a broader version of the dome shape. Okay, so is it clear to everyone so far, guys? Has everyone understood the basic methods? Is it clear to everyone? Okay, so next, now take your pencils, everyone, and draw a petal like this. I'll give you a close-up. Draw a petal like this using pencil. Now we will fill this entire shape using curved and straight teardrop patterns. Okay. So first we will take the biggest size of tool. Okay, and then dip it in any color that you want. Now your first pattern will be in the center. So place your dot in the center, place your tool in the center and drag it to the bottom until the paint finishes. Okay. We will consider now wherever this line has ended. Okay, wherever this line has ended, draw a straight line there. Okay, so this will be our shape. Now how often do we need to wash the tool, sir? So whenever you are changing the color, if you are changing the color, then you have to wash the tool, otherwise you don't. Okay, so next I will take orange color, and now please pay attention. I will dip it in the paint, and then I will draw a pattern on this line where the line is going down on the curve. I will follow the line and draw a small curve like this till the bottom. Okay, same you will repeat on the other side. Place it and draw a curve nicely till the bottom. I'll give you a close up. Very small lines are coming. Then use a little bit bigger size of tool, all right, or maybe the paint is thick. Now I am changing color, so I'll wash the tool again. So when we will reach these corners, when we reach the end part, then we will need a smaller size of tool. For now, this size of tool is correct. Next, I'll take red color. Now, in between two adjacent lines, two adjacent shapes, there should be very fine space available. Okay, don't touch them. Leave very equal and uniform space throughout. Now again I will start from this line and I will draw a curve. So all of these shapes will point towards this point here, okay, towards the center. Next I will take light green color. You can use any colors that you like. I'm just changing color so that the effect is visible properly. And we will repeat this process until we reach the end. But make sure to start from these outer lines only. If you want, you can rotate the page. How to adjust if the other colors are not ending in the same drawn line? So, so that can be an error of the color or the tool size. So in that case, you can just use the smaller end of a very small tool. है ना? Now you can see how micro this is. So take this size of tool, take very little bit of paint at the tip, and then drag it a little bit so that they all match with each other. Okay. Now I will take a darker shade of green. If anyone has any doubts, feel free to ask and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Next, I will take the teal color. Now finally there is a little bit of space left, so we can place one pattern there. Now for this we will reduce the size of tool, है ना? Now you see this tool is big enough, it is creating long strokes, okay? And since this space is small, we will take a smaller size of tool. So the bigger end of blue tool will be correct. So take dark green for this, sorry, dark blue. Now to finish it off, what we can do is we can place a big central dot like this one here in the center, okay, to give it a nice finishing touch. So yellow, you can use any color. I think a dark color will look good here. So here is a close-up of the pattern that we did just now. So similarly, you can draw any shapes first and then fill it with these shapes, or you can fill them with dots also. All right, so you can create many kinds of shapes and designs like this. Draw an outline first and then use it to create a nice pattern. Is everyone enjoying the class so far? Please answer in the comments. Is everyone enjoying it so far? Okay. Now, also, has everyone finished till this point? Please type done and then we will start with next pattern. Done, okay. Now place your pencils in the rounder and draw a small semicircle. Done, okay, very nice. Now draw a semicircle of approx, once again I'll give you the size also, 2.5 centimeter. Okay, draw a 2.5 centimeter semicircle like this. Now we will draw pull-up shapes, pull-up patterns. Two point five is the radius. Yes, correct. 2.5 centimeter is the radius. Now we will take a flat tool of blue color. Okay, blue colored tool. If you don't have this, then just find anything with you can place a round dot, backside of pencil or a backside of a paint brush. Okay, now we dip it in any color that you like. I'll take red. Okay, I'll take red. Now first you will place a nice big fat dot in the center. Okay, and then add some more paint over it. Okay, once you have a nice plump dot, then we will take a smaller size of tool. The smaller end of blue tool will be sufficient, and just drag the paint to the center. Okay, drag it to the center. Now once you have this central line, once you have this central sharp line, then we can continue extending it till we have a nice V shape. Okay, now using this method you can draw any shapes. Like for now we made a V shape, right? We made a V shape here, so you can drag it in an S formation also, or just a simple C formation. Okay, so you can drag the paint in any direction and create the shapes you like. Now we will place one more dot again. We will leave some gap and place one more dot. Add more color to it. Now again we will drag it towards the center. And don't get scared while doing this. Don't worry if it goes wrong, if you make a mistake, don't worry about that. Just make freehand patterns, no problem. If you make a mistake, you can correct that again, you can start over again. We will place same dot one more here. Again we will drag it towards the center. So like that you can place more dots here and drag it towards the center and create a pattern. Or what you can also do is take a smaller size of tool, like the purple one or the transparent one. You can place smaller dots and create more number of these patterns, है ना? Okay, now in the centers, in the central space, we will do this trail of dots. Okay, you can use any color for this. Start from the top. I'll give you a close-up of this. Has everyone finished till here? Please type yes when finished. Nice, but will this? Yes, of course, it will take a lot of time to dry. So you just, whenever you finish it, you just have to keep it aside for a few hours to let it dry nicely. Has everyone finished till here? Please type yes or done in the chat. Okay. So you see, these patterns are the basic ones. These are just an introduction to what dot mandala art is. Okay. Is it easy to do this on MDF? Yes, it is easy to do on MDF also. The surface is smooth, so it will not be a problem. The process will be same. Alright, so these patterns here are just an introduction to what dot mandala is. Okay, there is a lot more to learn and a lot more will be covered. So I'll show you quickly dot mandala painting that I'm working on right now using these same patterns. You can see, using the same patterns, I am working on this dot mandala board. It is 12 inches in diameter. So you can see all of the patterns that we studied just now. These pull-up ones, the dome in the center, these petal. Alright, so you can combine these very simple and basic patterns and create a very nice mandala like this. The color combination is a really important part for dot mandalas. If your colors are not nice, then no matter how good you make the designs, it will not look great. Color combination is very important. So all of that will also be covered. Now we have 5 or 4 minutes left. Okay. So did you all enjoy the class? Thank you for teaching us good. Okay. Okay. So this was just introduction. Now, if you want to learn more about dot mandalas, if you want to learn them in detail, if you want to create a board like this as shown previously, there will be an advanced dot mandala class on this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday. It will be a 2-day class where we will cover a 10-inch board, all right? A 10-inch circular board will be covered entirely. We are going to draw a dot mandala over this in 2 days class. So the details about it will be given in the group today itself. All right. So those who like the class, those who want to learn more, then you can join again. All right. And yes, it will be a paid class. All of the details of it will be provided in the group. Yes, I'll show the board once again, no problem. Here is the board. So I've used some golden highlights also in this and white color also. So if you are interested in learning more about dot mandalas, if you want to create boards like this, then the class will be really beneficial. You will get to learn advanced patterns and very like right from the basic, how to prepare the board. You have to draw the grid for it. Okay, from the basics, for beginner level it will be. All right, even if you have no idea about dot mandalas, you can still join and learn everything. So thank you all for joining. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. And the group, yes, the WhatsApp group that we are in, it is not a temporary group. It is not just for this class. It is a very old group. It is a very nice community with a very nice mandala artist. As you have already know, you might have seen many great mandala art. So it is very inspirational. So I would suggest you all to stay in the group. We also have monthly competitions running, then we have weekly activities and free classes like this and many more upcoming every now and then. So I want all of you to take benefit from the group. And yes, will there be recording of the class? Yes, recordings of the class which will be on this weekend will be provided. So yes, that will be provided. The timing for it will be 6 to 8. All right, 6 to 8 Saturday and Sunday. So if you all enjoyed the class, then you can leave a review of this in the comments here or in the WhatsApp group. All right, you all can leave your details there. If MDF board is not available, what else can we use as base? If MDF board is not available, the options are very limited. You can use you will have to use a thick sheet like this, but I think there is no alternate option to MDF boards, but they are very easily available. I can share links with you if you want. Please DM me personally. Yes, if you are not available this weekend, don't worry about it. Recordings of the class will be available, as well as it is not the first dot mandala class and it won't be the last. There will be more classes upcoming. Alright, so the class ends here. If anybody has any doubts, you all can ask in the chat. Alright, I'll answer in the next more 5 minutes. Paper kitna GSM hai? The paper that I'm using right now is 300 GSM watercolor paper. Yes, I will share a link in the नहीं क्लास इंग्लिश में क्लास तो इंग्लिश में ही होगा, but it will be simple English, very easy to understand, just like it was today. If anyone has any doubts, please feel free to ask. And the recording of this session, the recording of today's class, will be available on YouTube forever. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can rewind back. You can watch the entire class again. It will be available on the channel in a few hours. Okay, I think I've answered everyone's doubts. All right, so don't worry, if you have any more questions later, you can ask them in the group or you can DM also to me. So I want all of you to share your designs, whatever you have made today on the sheet, share that in the group. All right. So I'll end the session now. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed. There will be more free classes also on the same YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. All right, I'll end it now. Thank you all for joining and have a nice day.